The muzzle is off. Let go of the shame, remove all the pain, block it out like a troll on your timeline. The past is what made you who you are today. Embrace it, let it go like an exhale. Remove it, remove it, remove it. The muzzle is off.
What's up, everybody? Good evening, and welcome to the Muzzle is Off podcast, where I am your host, Nakia Monet. We're going to have a real fun topic tonight, all right? We have two of our three guests that are going to be showing up. Thank you. We have Dwayne. What's going on, Dwayne?
I'm good, kid. What's going on with you?
You know, straight living. I mean, what can I say?
The folks are still talking about 929, though.
Listen, we left it all behind on 929.
We ain't granting no more interviews after that. It was over after that.
Listen, we dropped the mic on 929. Truth be told, the mic was dropped on 929, and that's why we left it all behind. People definitely are still talking about 929. There's definitely even more questions that are coming out about 929 because we did 929. Y'all just gonna have to catch, certain answers in a book or something. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. What's up, Dre?
My book though.
Huh?
What up? I'm trying to figure out from my phone why y'all sound so low. I'm trying to.
I don't know. Turn the volume.
I don't know either.
All right, listen.
You done broke your phone.
Right. Already.
How you broke your phone already?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening either, because I know like my screen is mad delayed on me, but whatever, we're gonna make it do what it do and figure
you are
out.
a little delayed. That's different. Okay.
Yeah, like it's real different. I don't know why. It might be, I don't know. Who the heck knows? Verizon is the truth, but they acting up today, I guess. I don't know.
The folks is mad. That's what it is. What we about to talk about.
Yeah, because we're gonna get into it. We're gonna definitely talk about this cancel culture. So for those of you, if I'm delayed, y'all just work with me because I don't really know what the heck is really going on with this delay. But I'm about to switch on to the actual Ethernet and not be over Wi-Fi in a second. But we're going to talk about this cancel culture because I think that it's important that we really begin to take a deep dive into cancel culture. If anyone does not know what cancel culture is, let me help you out real quick. Cancel culture, or call out culture, because that's what it is. It's a culture that likes to call people out or ostracize those in which people don't agree with. If they don't agree with what you say, if they don't agree with what you're doing, or whatever the case may be, it's a culture that has now, and it's especially took gotten a lot of notoriety, a lot of promotion due to social media. Social media, all of the platforms between Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that has truly played a major role in cancel culture being as big as it is right now. All right, so that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about cancel culture, and I'm gonna preface this with: has cancel culture gone too far? That's what we're talking about. Has it gone too far? Has it pushed things over the edge of reason, right? Like, what the hell is going on with everybody being canceled? What y'all think while I fix this Wi-Fi situation, because it's irking my whole soul?
Dre, you want to go first?
Nah, you got it, bro.
I got a lot to say about this, y'all. Those who know me well know that. Cancel culture has gone way too far. It is absolutely out of control to where you can't say anything or have a differentiating opinion about certain things, to where people just want to now essentially bully you off the scene because you don't agree with them. I am of the persuasion that we can have differentiating views on certain things and still be cool, still be friends, still have relationship. But cancer culture says that if I am offended by your preference or your feelings or your ideologies, then you automatically should not be allowed to voice your opinion. But the other side of that for me is the very people who are putting the fire behind cancel culture are the very ones who are minorities who have fought for rights. So how is it now that I have to be so accepting of you to the point to where I can't have a different opinion about who you are or what you do? Now, my opinion is just that. You have a right to have an opinion about me. I'm not going to cancel you because you may not like that I'm a Christian. I'm not going to try to cancel you because you may have an issue with the fact that I'm from New York. And I'm being very vague because there are some deep things that we're going to get into, I'm sure, when the kid really gets into this. But just to get things started, cancel culture has gone way too far. And it's to the point to where those that were once in the minority have become bullies because of their proclivities, their choices, their upbringing, their feelings, their life assignments. And it's unfair to the mainstream because now we have things. It's funny when you have an icon like Eddie Murphy who watches his old movie Coming to America 30 some odd years later, the original one, and says, oh my God, we couldn't get away with doing this now. And that is one of the funniest. Me and Dre will tell you that's our favorite movie of all time. Like, that's still a classic. I've seen it over 1,000 times. And I watched it and I'm like, okay, that joke would get him canceled. That joke. And I'm walking. You couldn't even do this movie. If you can't laugh at yourself sometimes, like they're going after Dave Chappelle right now, if you can't laugh at yourself sometimes, what good are you? The hypersensitivity in this world is crazy. I'm going to digress for now.
I agree with what you said 100%.
You real low, bro.
You hear me now?
I can hear you, but you low.
No, you coming in real low.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Where your headphones at? Hey,
Get the
Tay.
AirPods out. Put them on. Put the AirPods on.
I got the headphones with the wire.
Listen, sometimes you need a wire connection. That's all right.
I'm all for it.
You got to be plugged in.
Bro, we cannot hear you at all.
I heard her. He said, "That you would preach." I'm just saying, you got to be plugged in.
Up, come on with it.
Nah, but while Dre getting plugged in, okay, yo,
boom. There we go.
See?
There we go. There we go.
All we need is right there. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's probably something wrong with my speaker.
Oh,
you got a broke iPhone?
Nah. Well, I got two of them, so it might. I don't know. But
you got two broke iPhones. Okay.
Yeah, two broke iPhones. I hate the idea of cancel culture I think cancel culture is stupid. We live, and when you reminded me that we was doing this show, I always tell people we live in what is supposed to be a free society. A lot of people from different cultures come to America, and the one thing that they say is um it's because of the freedom. You're not, in most countries, your ideologies is shaped for you. This is what we believe in, and you have to believe it too. If you don't believe in it, we're gonna kill you. What is the point of a democracy? Now, my thing is, I'm all for being around people with different beliefs. Y'all already know we debate the most. We don't always agree. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we respect each other's opinions. Um, the idea of me thinking differently from you, like even with a racist, I don't have a problem with you being racist. If you feel like me as a nigga shouldn't have access to certain things, or you feel like I'm inferior to you, guess what? That's your opinion. The only thing I ask is, if we work together, if we got to be in the same space, you just respect me. Whatever you do at home, however you think at home, however you shape your ideas at home, that's on you. But if we got to work together, let's get the job done. The second thing is, me being somebody who's in love with comedy, I hate the idea. First of all, there were people like Andrew Dice Clay. There were people like he said, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. They would have been canceled if
He was a
society
genius.
was
He was a
as
genius.
sensitive as it is now. Even Jamie Foxx, his first stand-up shows, oh my God, he talked about people with AIDS, he talked about people with special needs, like, and we were sitting there crying over this material. It's like, now you got to watch what you say, you got to walk on eggshells, because people are offended over every freaking thing. And I'm just over it. I just hate we need to cancel culture.
That's
And
what I'm saying. Cancel culture. That's where I'm at with it because it's disrespectful. At the end of the day, we are saying, like, you know what? I don't agree with what you just said. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to get you fired from your job. I'm going to make sure you can't make a living. I'm going to make sure you can't, all because of a difference of opinion, all because a person doesn't agree with your with your choices, with your preferences, with whatever it is that they don't agree with. So now I want to make sure that you starve, your family starve, everybody gonna starve, nobody can have a job, nobody can make a living. I want the world to hate you. I want everyone to not like you because I don't like what you did. I don't like what you said. I don't like who you are. So therefore, no, you're canceled.
first of all, I look at now, and this is no knock to anyone. And y'all remember I kind of briefly talked about it when we did the show on homosexuality. Most of the gossip blogs, even the Christian ones, are ran by homosexuals or guys. Now, my thing is, you can sit there and put somebody else on Front Street. You can sit there and bully other people. But let somebody say something about your lifestyle. All of a sudden, you want to cry. I remember I was watching Love and Hip Hop. Who's the dude, Kia, that does the Hollywood Unlocked page?
Jason.
Jake. Right. I remember they did a whole episode about him with his family and him coming out, and he's sitting there crying. And I'm like, my nigga, you putting Fizz and April business out. You causing friction between Omarion and Fizz. You're basically taking food out of people's mouth. Why? Because you're painting people in a certain light that will make sponsors, advertisers, people not want to deal with them.
Yep.
So my whole, and this is why I said what I said. A lot of people in that community are hypocrites because you're doing what you don't want done to you. But the moment I call you out on your nonsense, I'm bullying you. I'm gay bashing. I'm gay shaming. Nah, my nigga, it don't got nothing to do with that. It's the fact of
I'm
you're sitting there
homophobic.
saying something, right? Or I'm homophobic. Why? Because I'm disagreeing with how you're moving. You're sitting there saying you want respect and you want this, but yet you don't give it.
Don't give it.
So I just be confused. Cancel culture. Cancel culture.
Hashtag
Hashtag.
CCC. I know that's right, LaShawn. Hashtag
That's it.
CCC. Cancel
Cancel
culture. Let it be done with. Because at the end of the day, and here's the thing, right? It's an oversensitized society, cancel culture. That society is oversensitive. They're overly sensitive. Everything that you say or do is offensive to them and their need of acceptance, because it all falls into a need for acceptance, a need to have, you're going to hear me, you're going to listen to me, you are going to understand me. I don't have to understand nobody, truth be told. Now it's a choice in my level of understanding to where I can understand what you're saying. I also don't have to agree with everybody, truth be told. That's like that little Facebook game today. They said in the game that I would make a beautiful husband. Okay. My whole thing with the good Facebook game, shut up, Dre.
Well, yo, Dre, we're gonna start calling her handsome.
Oh, you already know I'm with it. Hey, handsome, you all right? Look at her face. Look.
Love you, Kia. We love you. It's all jokes.
You look so handsome with that makeup and that lipstick and stuff all on your face.
Those ain't my pronouns, okay? My pronouns are not he, him, they, them, okay? I like my pronouns. She, her is me. That's that.
She, her is me.
She, her is me. I love it.
All of my perfectly she, her wonderfulness is me. I will stand up in here. Don't play with me.
Before we cancel culture, can we cancel Jamel out this car? Before we cancel culture, like,
are we
And so it
canceling
begins.
Jamel out the car?
And so
Maybe we need to cancel Dre into a car.
I'm in one right now.
Who car though?
Oh, all right, right, exactly. Praise
Y'all
God.
y'all need
Praise
y'all to
God.
ask me these questions when I get off of it.
Praise God.
What's wrong with y'all? Putting my business out there.
I think that was
Oh,
more
you
shot about
the one who
not
put it
being a
out there.
driver, Dre. Actually,
You ask me these questions. You pull me to the side.
Off camera.
Off camera.
Look, no lie.
Get back on task. Back on
My
task.
bad.
Right.
My
This
bad.
is a
My
green
bad.
room car.
You know
I'm
what?
canceling. I'm canceling the muzzle. The muzzle is off because they in my business. I'm canceling them. I'm hypersensitive and I'm offended by her asking me this question. Cancel her now. I'm getting the shirt made. Cancel the muzzle is off.
Cancel the muzzle is off.
Muzzle is off. Is here to stay. Y'all better watch it. It's here. Just saying.
God. Oh
Ma'am.
God. All right.
Ma'am, it's here. Okay. That's why we here. Okay. That's why the muzzle came off, because we ain't playing no games with nobody. And they cancel culture. You can't cancel what you ain't create. Period. Cancel me if you want to. You ain't create me. I'm gonna keep coming. Hello.
All right.
Niggas done tried to cancel me before. That's
I was
all right,
about
I'm
to
still
say
here.
that whole quote that you just said sounded very rehearsed, like you had to say that to somebody before.
I didn't, but I said it today. That sound good though, right?
It did. It was good. It was good. I give you that.
Good.
Come on, handsome. Come through with them lines, handsome.
You know what? You almost made me do it. Ooh, they was about to have me on video giving you the straight finger.
No fingers on the podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was, see, at least I can admit it though. Like he was about to really take me there to make me do it. I told you what my pronouns are. Facebook tried to play me today. I'm canceling Facebook for trying to play me out today. make a good husband. Get your pronouns together. Female.
What? Maybe it was a picture that they saw or something like that. I don't know.
I'm not messing with y'all.
No, that it could have been one of them pictures where you was wearing a hoodie or something like that, and they probably was like, "Oh, chicks don't wear hoodies," so they automatically assume they're. You know what?
See, the last show we was on, Dre got dragged for 20 minutes. Talking about clothes. You better leave it alone.
That's what like
Jamel,
he was about to get dragged.
Like, Jamel, know, you already know I ain't scared of none of these niggas.
All right, hey, I know.
You know what?
It's one thing not to be scared. It's another
You know
thing to
what?
get dragged up.
I didn't get dragged. He. I'm a. You know what? Who won in the game?
That's it. That's it. See, that was a wise move. See,
See,
that
before
pastor
his
thing
ass
is
got
finally rubbing
canceled.
off.
See what I'm saying? That's what you got to do before you get canceled. You got to think and then be like, you know what? Who's watching the game?
Yo, no. Lotto as a pastor now. Cancel culture definitely gave me uh a different outlook because I ain't gonna hold you. I was team cancel culture, especially when I was doing the activism stuff. Like, yo, let these niggas get fired. But at the end of the day, who learns? You know what I'm saying? Like if there's something that me and Jamel disagree on, there's been plenty of times where I remember when him and Dwayne had their show over in Brownsville, and I think I did like 2 or 3 episodes with them. And we didn't agree on everything, but there was always a conversation after the show that a lot of people didn't hear, where it was like, oh, all right. I guess when you put it in that perspective, it kind of makes sense. I just feel like when we disagree, there's always a chance to learn. And for Christians to be Christians and want to cancel people, I'm like, yo, whatever happened to grace? What, like,
Some of y'all niggas need to be canceled. I don't care, Christian or not.
why are we are so quick to? I think the only time people should be canceled is when they feel like it's not a situation they can learn from.
So
I don't like strong and wrong.
I mean,
No, I
that's a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
people. That's a lot of people,
And
unfortunately.
but see, and that's what we're saying is wrong with cancel culture. When you're strong and wrong, I'm not referring to what's right, because there are certain there are certain situations where no, you should be canceled. Like, no, for real, we should not support you whatsoever, right? But there are other, like, okay, like everything that just took place with Dave Chappelle. I sat here and watched his specials on Netflix. I sat
I
and
didn't watch
watched
it yet.
them.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Hilarious. But I sat
I'm
and
gonna watch it
watched
tonight.
them.
I
And I
watched it.
said,
Comedy.
I
I
said,
heard.
what is so fun? What is so offensive? Now, granted, he is an offensive comedian, right? Like, he totes that line, right? All the time. He's not biased in his line crossing. He crosses it with everyone. But
He's
Dave says
consistent.
what people
we
are
want to
thinking.
be offended because he's calling out the LGBTQIA plus community
For being this way.
for being the way that in which you are, right? Now, it's not everyone, and he was very specific. He said, no, I'm talking about this new generation. This new generation that literally, even if one of their own does not agree with them, they will bully that person. And he's calling out everything that is real and everything that is true. And he's explaining it in funny story form so that you can understand what it is that he's saying. And he's like, yo, I'm this nigga that walked away from 50 million. This is who I am.
Mhm.
I'm not against you.
That's the nigga who ain't afraid of nobody.
But I'm not against you. I'm anti-establishment. And he said it very plain. He said, I'm anti-white. He said it. These are his words. Y'all gotta watch it. This ain't Nikia's words, it's his words. So he's very specific with what he's talking about. He's very specific with what he's saying, but somehow, some way, what has been perceived is he's transphobic. Huh?
There was a family that actually of a comedian that was transgender that passed away, that spoke up for him and was like,
That was his
he's
friend.
not homophobic. Right. It was like
Yeah.
he's not homophobic at all.
Not in the least bit. Right.
But we don't care about that because cancel culture says, no, this is how I feel. So because this is how I feel, he needs to be canceled. Netflix needs to pull, and that's why them good employees got suspended. I think they got
My
fired too by Netflix.
my question
Three
is
of them were suspended.
Mhm.
my question is, and that's because we all around the same age group. Some of us, some are older than others. Why are you squinting so hard, Nikki? I wasn't even talking about you. You look
I know who
guilty.
you talk about. I thank you.
Um,
Just saying.
how many of them would have survived the Def Comedy Jam era?
None of them. Not one. Def Comedy Jam, Bernie Mac,
Comic View, like how
Comic
many?
View.
How many of them would have survived the era where you literally could say whatever was on your mind?
No, everything. No holds barred. Everything.
Yeah,
You mean
nothing was
every
off
era
limits.
before now?
Right.
Every era before. Right.
Every era before now.
Every
You know?
era before now. Because and you know what's crazy about the whole thing is that I don't understand this new generation. I really don't. I don't understand it. I'm not part of it, and I don't want to be part of it because it's too much, right? Because truth of the matter is, now in the world today, we have to be so cognizant of so many different things that the one time you're not cognizant of it, you can lose your whole job.
Yo, at work
Your
you spend
entire
more time in
livelihood. Your
you
entire
spend more
livelihood.
time in sensitivity training classes than you actually do doing work.
Right. All these videos on how to be sensitive to something that shouldn't even be that sensitive. My personal life is my personal life outside of work. What I do in my personal life has no bearings on work. Whether I am homosexual outside of work, y'all don't need to know that. Whether I'm heterosexual out of work, y'all don't need to know that. Whether I'm poly out of work, y'all don't need to know that.
No, well, jobs need to know now because apparently the community want them to know.
Yeah, and that's a
They
problem
feel
for
like
me.
it's important. When I come to work, you have to know that I'm gay. I don't though. And we can
You
still
know
be
what?
cool.
The issue. This is the issue. What there's three things that's going on here. Number one, the whole situation of cancel culture is powered by fear.
Mm.
Fear will always have you acting out. Always. Fear will make you feel like if I don't act out, you're going to put me back in a place that I fought so hard to come from. So, number one, it's fear. Number two, these companies understand that fear. They spend tons and tons of money into psychoanalyzing the social construct that we live in just to make sure that they can continue to make money off of your fears. So what they'll do, they'll put their money behind uh, said community, and then they understand that with the power of this many people, we can never be obscured, we can never be stopped, we can't, nothing in society can come to it, can, nothing in society can actually go forth without our say or without our say. So these companies put their money behind these people, knowing that their companies now have a stronghold. You know what I'm saying? So now the company will continually fight their best to make sure that that fear is always there because that's their bread and money. That's their bread and butter. So they're going to make sure that they'll have somebody come up and they'll have two people like you say you didn't see the show. There were two women in the show. If they weren't women, they might have been trans women. They were in the show and they literally came to the show just to sit there and their faces were blank for the whole show.
Oh, those are the ones that they posted and said that they the ones that probably snitched and caused the whatever. Oh,
Right,
okay.
right. So here you got these people sitting in the show Why? Because you want to make everybody else around you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to be seen on camera that they were uncomfortable because they were hoping for a certain response from the community. It's all, yo, all of this, all of this is just mind games. All of this is just business. All of this, what may have started out as a pure struggle, as a pure want to be involved in society and equal in society, has now turned into something different because corporations have gotten involved and
It's interesting that you say that.
they've contaminated the narrative. So
That is
now,
so true. So true.
so now here you have a contaminated narrative that is now going so overboard that if you say anything, like Dave Chappelle said, if you say anything offensive, you could lose your livelihood, you could lose your living status, you could lose everything that society gives to you. Yo, and the third thing is you have people who just refuse to listen. Some people just refuse to listen because they like the power that comes with that type of strength in society. So I refuse to hear what you have to say because I'm not going to give up where I am today just to compromise. No, I'm not. I'm not. And that's where what's happened. It's like, unfortunately, in every good struggle, if we hold on to the reasons for that struggle and never evolve past that struggle, it turns on you. If you stay in it too long, it becomes something where it started out with a pure narrative, as in fighting for these rights. But if you stay in too long, you'll start to become a bully. You'll start to become that guy that oh, see, and this is why we they trying to cancel us. We gonna cancel him. And unfortunately, this cancel culture thing is nothing new. It's nothing new. The church has been canceling people for years. For years. You got. I'm talking about Salem witch hunts. I'm talking about inquisitions. I'm talking about stuff like that for years. Now, let's move the church out the way. White folks been trying to cancel black people for I don't know how long. Unless you got enough green, your black don't matter. So they've been trying to cancel us for I don't care how long. And now we have these new Negroes trying to cancel out more traditional Negroes. Because the people that really came after Dave Chappelle were a black-ran, black-formed consortium. Am I right? So it's like, if you stay in a situation, even with the civil rights movement, it was good while it lasted, but it didn't evolve. And now we're here. We still talking about marching. We still talking about certain things. And then now we as black people, we become so sensitive over certain things. Oh, she got braids in her hair. That's appropriation. Y'all been wearing weaves and blonde hair for I don't know how long. That's at some point there has to come a point where we can just sit down and say, listen, this is unbalanced, and we've produced a lot of ill will toward each other over nonsense, over stuff that people who make way more than we getting paid are being paid for, while they watch us down here just fight amongst ourselves.
Well, that's why we saying cancel culture at this point. At the end of the day, it's just time out for lying in other people's pockets due to the fact that we just want to cancel people because we have a difference of opinion. And they also, cancel culture is built in fear and it's also built in shame. And if I can make you feel
And
as
it's built in
shameful,
ignorance.
well, yeah, definitely a bunch of freaking ignorance, because I don't even know if I would call it ignorance. It's a lot of stupidity that's going around, right? Because ignorance is like absence of knowing. You know. And when you know, you're just stupid because you choose to do opposite of what you actually know. Like there's a lot of stupidity that's running around with cancel culture because it's something that picked up a lot of momentum due to social media. You have, once someone puts up a post, once someone puts up a tweet, once someone puts up a picture, or whatever the case may be, in that split second, even though you deleted, someone has already screenshotted, shared it, whatever the case may be, and you are caught out there, and now we want to cancel you. Kevin Hart almost got canceled for something he said over 10 years ago. Bill Cosby got canceled for stuff that was going on over 30 years ago. Truth be told, R. Kelly is being canceled for things that has never been hidden from the public. Everyone saw him piss on a little girl. And don't
It's
get me wrong,
only
I'm not
because he didn't
saying that,
have no more money to pay the parents off.
yeah, because I'm not saying that he's right. But what I am saying is that everyone knew way back when Aaliyah was 15, 16, when he married her. We all knew it. I was young and I knew it. And we all said, that's disgusting. Everybody running around here singing a song, age ain't nothing but a number, throw it down ain't nothing but a thing. These feelings I have for you. You were like, everybody singing it.
No, I didn't sing that. I didn't like that song. It's not because of the message. I just thought it was
You just
trash.
you
But
just
go ahead,
thought
you
that
could.
was a trash
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
That
I'm
was
a hip hop
that,
head. Yeah.
that was bad production. You ain't like that part. But I'm saying,
Nah,
That is classic R&B, Dre. Are you kidding me?
nah. I was more into Boys to Men, Jodeci,
you know what? We're not going
Mary.
down the line of
No,
who
I'm
you.
just saying I wasn't. But go ahead, as you were.
You know, Belle Biv DeVoe sang about the young girls.
Poison.
Poison was about a little girl.
I'm gonna need you to listen to them good lyrics.
The rap part.
I do the rap part at weddings. Now y'all really got me
Now you
thinking what the
know.
lyrics is. I'll be back. Hold on.
He
Mm-hmm.
gonna look it up.
He should. Mm-hmm. Because it's right in the lyric. And but this was something that has been known, but we didn't cancel, right? We just was like, oh, okay. I mean, look at Elvis Presley.
No, it wasn't Poison, Dre. It's Doomy.
Oh yeah, I don't listen to that. Yeah, all right. I feel good now. Okay, as you were.
Dre said he don't listen. Why you don't listen to the Do Me Baby?
I'm not into Belt. I didn't think they was talented. But go ahead.
Backstage, underage, adolescent. How you doing? Fine. She replied, I sighed. I like to do the wild thing. Action took place. Hey, that's what he said. Don't
Wow,
forget
that's
the
crazy.
J, the I, the M, the M, the Y, y'all. Y'all ain't know I could rap. Boom. Here
I
you
need a
go.
body bag. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know
Hey,
that song.
I'm
I don't know
just
that song.
saying. That's what it was, though. That's what he said.
I am
So,
a
Heard you.
bishop. I don't know that song. No,
you
but
know
yeah,
what?
the interesting thing to me is there are certain circumstances. Well, no, let me put a caveat by saying I don't think cancel culture is good at all. I do think that there are certain things and situations that do need to be called out, but it's not everything. And that's where, like Jamel was talking, and I thought about the idea. If you've ever seen the original movie Frankenstein or read the book, um, that started the whole thing, the idea of Frankenstein was this scientist who creates this monster or creates this man in a lab with the idea of controlling something. But the monster got too strong for the ones who were trying to control it. And Frankenstein became what Frankenstein became. But initially, Frankenstein was created with one thing in mind, and the one who created it, Dr. Frankenstein, made it so that this monster, because the monster's name was actually not Frankenstein, the doctor's name was Frankenstein, but the monster that he created, after a while, after learning, it got out of control. If you watch Terminator, it's the Frankenstein story again, just with robots. Skynet becomes self-aware, and now you can't control it anymore. Somewhere along the line, with this idea of calling out people who maybe were crossing the line of certain things and maybe needed to be held accountable, somebody said, wait, we can take this and we can push our agenda with it. So let's just call out everything, no matter how minuscule it is, and let's push this on the masses. That way we can gain further control. And now it's out of hand.
And that's what it is, because it's now out of control, right? And no one has control over it. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of people are being canceled. When you can cancel the creator of Harry Potter, books people have read, then created movies, all this extra stuff, it's out of control now. When you could, and the truth, when you could sit up there and cancel Bill Cosby,
Dr. Cosby, man.
And I'm not saying that I have agreed with everything that he has ever said, especially when it comes down to some of the harsh criticisms that he has done against the Black community, and especially even Black men. But when you can cancel someone that has done nothing but try to help.
Good.
But you cancel them for something that happened over 30 years ago.
And even with those comments that he made, regarding certain things, they were a little misguided, but they were from a pure place. He really thought he was helping. Mm-hmm. But now you're canceling this man who has created scholarships, who has created jobs for countless minorities. If you know the backstory of even the Cosby Show itself, that the Cosby Show, they give him all of this credit for it, but it's actually Tom Werner and Marcy Carsey. Tom Werner is one of the owners of the Boston Red Sox and a big producer in Hollywood. They actually went to Bill with the idea of doing this show because obviously they wanted to capitalize on his celebrity. They went to him with this idea for the show. And initially, in their pitch, Heathcliff was a limo driver and Claire was a waitress. And Dr. Cosby said, oh, no, we're not doing that. We need to change how people see African-American culture. And that's when he put his stamp on it, and they had to go with it because of the cachet of his name. See, when you know how much he's fought even behind the scenes to make sure we were represented properly, how do you cancel Dr. Cosby or attempt to cancel Dr. Cosby?
Because he's stopping the flow of money that you see as a bigger opportunity. That was a business move. You know what I'm saying? They were after Cosby for years. The stuff that he used to do in the 60s.
Mm-hmm. He was different.
Listen, if people really would go back to his old stuff until the new stuff, they would see how much he really meant to the culture. And unfortunately, it wasn't even what they used against Cosby, because Cosby was uncancelable until they turned Black people against him.
Right.
Until they turned Black women against him.
If we as a people, definitely Black women, but if you turn Black women, of course there's going to be some weak men that go along with it. Right. So unfortunately,
and then they tried to cancel Felicia Rashad for defending him. Like,
right.
No.
So unfortunately, we have a situation that's even bigger than cancel culture at large. It's us canceling each other. I'm like, yo, you literally turn black people against a black icon who fought for them all his life. At some point, we got to start having a little bit more of a brain as a people to realize that there is a surefire attack on black excellence in order to keep our own self imagery in a negative state. I mean, you literally had black colleges that he poured millions into, taking his
Come
name
on.
off.
Off of buildings. Yep.
I wish you would. I wish you woulda.
Mind you, this man is probably solely responsible for the influx of students you got in the 90s into the early 2000s
You know
because
what I'm
of a TV show that he put on.
Nobody was
We don't want to talk about that though.
Nobody
Pat,
was checking for
they wasn't going to
HBCUs, and let's be
HBCUs
honest,
until a different world. Absolutely.
until a different world, until Cosby. First of all, Cosby made it cool to go to college.
Right?
He
On
not
the
only
Cosby Show.
he not only talked about education. It was the experience of meeting different people from different cultures. You look at Jada Pinkett, her rough, rugged character, end up dating a Christian dude who believes in abstinence.
Hmm.
You touch
Wayne and
on
Whitley. I mean,
right. You see
Brooklyn
people
boy
like
and Virginia royalty. Like,
in Virginia, right, and then you see people like Tisha Campbell, where she got her start, and
the HIV
she's
episode.
talking of
Yeah.
she's living with HIV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Freddie almost
with
getting raped in
my favorite
season
episode,
2.
Freddie almost getting raped, Gina getting beat on by her boyfriend who was the famous rapper.
He dealt
Like
with it all.
he dealt with it all. So my whole thing is um at what point does at what point do we sit here and just want to educate each other? All right, I'm not saying you're not entitled to feel how you feel, but I cancel you. What lesson is learned? Because
It's a great point.
if the point of the matter is for you to see my point of view, or at least understand where I'm coming from, by me canceling you, how does that do that when all I'm doing now is making you have a grudge against me?
Because cancel culture is not about understanding. It's not about understanding. It's
And
not about being able to
that's
reason one to another. It's not even
and that
about, it's not about none of that. It's about
and
straight
that's the
up,
problem with this generation. They
right.
want they want instant results, as opposed to results that can change or shape the future.
Because it's not about,
And that's
cancel culture is
that's
not
just
about the
dumb.
future.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying, right?
yeah, like at the end of the day, cancel culture is not about the future. It's not about understanding. It's not about learning. It's not about reasoning. It is solely selfish. You don't agree with an agenda I'm pushing. Therefore, I'm canceling you, and I want everyone else to cancel you because I am going to make you the enemy of
Mm-hmm.
the world. It's not just one agenda. No, I'm going to make you the enemy of the world. I want you to lose endorsements. I want you to lose your fame. I want you to lose your celebrity. I want you to, and even let's go down to even a regular person, because we've canceled regular people. We've canceled them. I want you to lose your way of life so that you will understand that you do not have power over me. That's what cancel culture backed by business is about fear. Backed by a person, it's about power. I have the power to ensure you will never be able to do what you've been doing. I have the power over you now. Cancel culture it's like racism on a whole nother level, because it's literally a group of people that are calling the shots. It's a group. And if you ain't part of that group, you can be canceled. And you know what? And groupthink. That's why I don't like groupthink. I like individual. I like individual thinkers. I like individual creators that know how to come together. Groupthink to me has done such a great disservice because it's like none of y'all have an individual thought. None of y'all. I can't think for myself, so therefore I'm going to go with the masses. I'm going with the group. Groupthink says I don't think individually. I think as a whole. So now, as a part of this whole. No, we don't agree. Not I. We don't agree. Who the hell are you?
Independent thought is no longer encouraged.
It can't be, because if you're an independent, think of it. You know, true. When we really look at what the hell, what happens on social media today? Like even me, I posted the picture today because everybody had their disparaging comments about Lizzo. Groupthink says let us all jump on this bandwagon and beat up Lizzo. Independent thought says, what's so wrong with her compared to a skinny in shape person that you loathe over, that you lust over, that you crave over, that you admire, compared to someone who is overweight? Groupthink says, let me attack this person because this is what the group is doing. Individual thought says, why? Why do I even care? And someone commented on my post and they was like, is this really a question? I said, is this really the blue app? Like, what? Yeah, it's a question. Because why does groupthink always prevail? And that's what's happening. It's like groupthink. No one, and this goes across the board. This goes across the board. No one can have an individual thought anymore.
Because somebody realized many years ago that most people want to be led. They don't want to be leaders. And individual thought will require you to not just think outside the box, but to be a leader, whether it's just of yourself and your thought process or your family. We live in an age now where people want to be a part of something. And even if it's extremely negative, because it will allow them to be a part of it, they'll join that bandwagon. That's what lynch mobs were about. You take a poll of a lot of those people. Let's even go as far back, and let's go Bible with it for a second. Those same people that cried Hosanna on Sunday were crying crucify him by Friday night. Some of those very same people were now influenced by the people who they perceive to have the power, who were now pushing this agenda that we need to take Jesus' life. We need to do this. These are the same people who a week earlier felt very differently about the situation, because people want to be told what to think. They want to be told how to feel, because unfortunately, most people don't want the responsibility of being responsible for their lives.
You know, I agree with you for the most part, but I think there's a difference in people wanting to be told what to do and the difference in between a people being programmed to be the type of person. The programming of the people is so strong nowadays. The psychological warfare that we are constantly under is just amazing. It's just there is a brainwashing that happens. In order for there to be a hive mentality, that means that you have to wipe out the desires, the thoughts. You have to brainwash a whole society in order for that to take place. And they understand that if they keep replaying and redoing and replaying and pushing this agenda in their ear, eventually, because of the bombardment of a psychological warfare, eventually you'll come to where we are. Why? Because we've pushed it so much in your ear. We've put it everywhere. We put it in places where it shouldn't even be. We blasted this message. We've blasted this message over and over until eventually you just go, you know what? Yeah, it kind of makes sense. when all that really happened is that you were overcome by the repetition. You just overcome by the repetition. You know, it's amazing. It's like going to a basketball game or a wrestling show, and you going with someone who really doesn't like basketball or wrestling. But eventually, if they be in the game long enough and the energy of the crowd is strong enough, they start getting involved, even with a situation they don't even like. It's the same situation, you know. It's the playbook of the rich and elite never changes. The playbook stays the same. The playbook is always divide and conquer. The playbook is always brainwashing. The playbook is always repetition. The playbook always says that no matter how bad the injustice, all we have to do is wait it out. And unfortunately, this is just another version of the playbook being played before our eyes. It's because, like I said, cancel culture is in every aspect of our society, religiously, medically, politically, socially, in every area of our society. Cancel culture is there, and it's been there for thousands of years. We just came up with the moniker cancel culture, but it was other things. It was named other things, but it was all the same thing. Just took on different names.
People getting blacklisted. People were blacklisted. That definitely was a form of cancel culture. Getting blacklisted. It was like I said, with the rise of everyone being on social media, it has taken a totally left turn with canceling people. And the truth of the matter is, it became a powerful weapon and a dangerous tool. And then it backfired.
I agree. It's a powerful weapon in the hands of a dim-witted people. And that's dangerous.
That's why, it's a powerful weapon, but a dangerous tool. We've used it. It's a powerful weapon if used properly. It's a dangerous tool when it's being used because I just don't agree with you and I just don't like you. Who cares? Everybody is not going to agree. Everybody's going to have a difference of opinion. Everybody is not going to speak. It's like cancel culture says you need to speak this way, you need to live this way, you need to be this way. And if you do not, you out of here. You done. I want nothing to do with you. And I don't want anybody to have anything to do with, it's like that. Cancel culture is like that mean girl syndrome. You're just mean. You're just mean and you're just broken and you're just bitter, and I don't even understand how anybody takes advice from a bitter heart anyway, because bitterness can't speak to me. You can't speak to me when you're bitter. I don't even want to hear you. But cancel culture is like rooted in the level of bitterness that says, I don't like you and I want everybody not to like you.
It's rooted in fear. The
That's a
bitterness
good point.
comes from the fear.
I don't like you and I don't want nobody else to like you.
It's fear. Because if people start liking you, then I lose my sympathy card. If people start liking you, then people can no longer identify with my mindset of victimization. We have this society thrives on a victim. We have taught people how to be victims. And the truth of the matter is, when you're taught to be a victim, you're no longer a victim, you're a volunteer. When you're taught to be a victim, when they give you tools and arm you with tools on how to milk being a victim, guess what happens? You're not a victim anymore. You're a volunteer. I watched how they canceled so many people, you know, and just as recently, you know, we all know the R. Kelly situation where he was canceled. And don't get me wrong, I do believe the man should have been punished because he knew what he was doing. But like I said on social media, when you look at the situation and you look at it from a thing where you don't have a dog in the fight, a perspective where you don't have a dog in the fight, you begin to see certain things that this was a personal attack because nobody else was arrested. Not even arrested.
No,
Nobody else.
they all went on the TV shows, and I can't. What bothered me the most about even the whole surviving R. Kelly thing, I'm watching so many of these former employees who were there for all of this, and like Jamel said, you weren't implicated, you weren't arrested, you were going to pick up these girls for him.
And if you would have been a regular person, you would have been charged with at least, in the least, they would say that you was accomplice to the fact. Nobody was arrested. Not only were they not arrested, the kids didn't get there by themselves, so the parents were trafficking their own kids. Again, there was somebody who R. Kelly must have said something, especially when he started talking about his masters, because that's when all of this stuff really hit the fan, because we already knew what he was doing from back in the day. So it goes to show you that this cancel culture situation is really about pissing off the wrong people.
That's what it's always been about.
Wow.
I don't like you, so nobody else will. You piss me off, and I have the power to get you canceled.
You hear me?
I got the machine that will cancel you. I got the control. And it's not just the cancellation fact. It's the I'm going to send you to prison fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Insult to injury. And I'm like, yo.
And it seems to be affecting us the most, but we seem to be the ones that's fueling cancel culture. Because we're the machine that's affecting us the most. And half these folks still running around here screaming. And these are the same people that scream about black on black crime when we trying to fight justice elsewhere. This is that. This is that. And that's the part that angers me. You know what I'm saying? Because it is literally willful ignorance and willful stupidity that is going on. You know, and it's willful. You willfully want to be stupid. You willfully want to be deaf. You willfully want to be dumb. And you willfully want to be blind. That's willful. So you're just dumb.
You know,
that's my assessment of it all. But I'm sick of it because now what's happening is they got a hold of this younger generation that is just straight up off of social media, right? Like to me, this younger generation is just straight up social media. Right. So it's like, oh, shoot, they're canceling. Boom, cancel. Let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. But really and truly, what's fueling it, the machine that is behind it, they don't even know nothing about it. They're not even intelligent enough to go search.
Again, I won't say that they're not intelligent enough. They're programmed. You can have a highly intelligent person programmed. And this whole world, in some way, shape, or form, 98% of society is under a strong delusion. That's why, you know, when we hear stuff like principalities in high places, this is a principality. This is a law or principle that's being worked against the people. And it's coming from the higher ups in the country, the rich, the elite, the business, the corporations, in order to keep control of the people. Because if they lose control of the people, they will ultimately lose control. They'll lose money. They'll lose their money. They'll lose their funding. They'll lose their businesses. They'll lose their corporations. The people have to wake up. The people have to wake up. Because the quickest way to take away your freedom of choice is by making everybody a victim. Because then nobody has a choice. And then you incite this riotous behavior of everybody against everybody while you're sitting there pulling the puppet strings. It's just, and when you sit back and look and you go like, this plan has not changed for thousands of years. Thousands of years. I saw a meme, and the meme had a black guy sitting in one chair, and in the other chair had a white guy. And there was a guy who was sitting in the middle of the table, and he said, he wants to take all of your things you got. And right from there, that planted seed caused the two of them not to like each other. They didn't research it. They didn't go to talk to each other to find out if that was the truth. They just went on the fact that someone said he wants to take what you have. That's where we are today. That is exactly where we are. And I'll say this and I'll stop talking because I feel like I talked a lot. Even today, I was looking at a post online, and the post was talking about the world has ridiculed the church, but now the world is going to run to the church, and they're going to. I'm like, anybody that knows the history knows that the machine of the church has been the ridiculer, has been the one that has set boundaries and stoppages and no, you can't do that. Yo, we can't do this. You can't do that. You can't be this. You can't be that. If you do that, you're all going to hell. You can't be this. Yep, it's a sinner. You're a sinner. You're a sinner. Sinner. And all it is, and I'm sitting here going like, if for one moment we can stop looking at each other as the church and the world, just to embrace and say that we're human beings. Dave Chappelle had the same thought. If we could just stop for a moment and stop looking at each other as gay, straight, trans, and realize we are all human beings.
We people, son.
It's just that.
We're people.
So busy caught up in our labels. Our labels become our boundaries. Our boundaries become our bondage.
How bad is it?
But I think that's the problem. That's the issue right there. Our labels have created a level of division, and we've allowed all of these labels. Every label that you have. That's why I think I wrote it the other day on social media. Even concerning the church, because the church likes to cancel. It wants to cancel every other religion that's out there. It wants to cancel every other faith that's out there. You know, even within Christianity wants to say the Baptist is wrong. They want to say that Pentecostals are wrong. They want to say that the Apostolic is wrong. They want to say that the Episcopalians is wrong. All these people are just wrong, and everybody is just so right. So therefore, you can't, if you Baptist, oh no, you can't be Baptist because that ain't right. Oh, well, if you say you non-denominational, oh, y'all going to hell. You know, then you got Jehovah's Witness. I don't know which part of the spectrum they really fall on, but if you Jehovah's Witness.
I'm non-denomination Pentecostal.
You know what? See, they're going to call you confused. See what I'm saying? Like, all of that.
They can't beat me, though.
You know what? You better tell them again they can't beat you. But all of that right there causes its own. We live in cancel society. We live in a society. We live in a world that just love to cancel. Everybody loves to cancel. We gonna cancel everybody. You know what I'm saying? And what begins to happen is we just create more of a division. and no one's really coming together. At the end of the day, whether I listen to or whether I watch a Cosby Show rerun, whether I read a J.K. Rowling's book, whether I support Harvey Weinstein or whoever, whatever the case may be, everybody that has been canceled, because there's so many people that have been canceled, whether I support them or not, has no bearings on nobody else's life. So why the hell do we need to band together and cancel everybody? Because
In
I
the
don't
words of
agree
Jay-Z,
with
what you eat don't make me.
Right. That's where I'm at with it. Because, you know, I never forget someone had said, even after we did 929, right? Well, what you expect to get out of this? You just want people not to follow him? I said, I don't give a damn what you do. What I do has no bearings on that man's life. What you do has no bearings on my life. And what anybody chooses to follow has no bearings on nothing. That what any of y'all do, what any of y'all believe, ain't gonna stop me from getting up every morning. Ain't gonna stop me from telling truth. None of this stuff stops. So what are you talking about? I'm not trying to you trying to cancel him. I don't give two shits the fuck about him to cancel him. How about that?
He was doing so good. He was doing so good.
You was doing so
He was doing so good.
My bad.
He
I
was
tried.
doing so good.
You was doing so
He was doing so
good.
good. We made it to
I
an
have
hour and
faith in
11
you.
minutes in here into the show before you
I have
dropped
faith
any
in you.
cuss word.
I thought you was gonna do it.
It was progress. An hour and 12 minutes without a cuss. We did good. We did good. Because you know, usually it's 2 minutes in, she gone. So you know. So we you did good. He was doing so good though. I was like, we gonna make it through a whole episode and she not gonna cuss. But there's always
that's
next
what
week.
people do. Hello, there's always next week. But that's what people do. People like you just want, you don't want him to have no followers. I don't care what do y'all really feel that telling truth means that someone's trying to cancel someone? There's a difference. There's a huge difference, right? And you know what, LaShawn said, nah, she cussed before this. I heard it. Shut up, LaShawn. Y'all be
I didn't hear it, LaShawn, so it don't count.
Y'all be trying to tell. I did not. I might have. You know what? You never know. But no. But what I'm really like, for real. No. It has nothing to do with cancellation. I don't care who people follow. And that's the thing, because we all have different experiences with everybody. I went through, a lot of people don't know, I went through a situation with my car. Did I blast that on a good social media? No. Now, did I not probably want to? Yes. Because I was pissed off. Would I have not been justified? Yeah, because I feel like I need to warn people about this group. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna handle it a different way. I'm not, because I'm not out here to cancel people. Now I am gonna, I believe in protecting people with truth, but I'm not out here to cancel nobody. What's going on now with this cancellation? You're canceling, because let's just be real. And I know some of y'all feminists, y'all not gonna agree, and that's perfectly fine, because I'm not a feminist and I don't care. You're not gonna cancel me from me throwing a roofie in your drink 30 years ago. Today. No, that's not happening.
We gotta take that back. He didn't roofie nobody, but that's another
Exactly.
story entirely.
But what I'm saying, but this is what it's about, right?
No,
like
you're right. You're absolutely right. But it goes back to your point. You know, people wanted to cancel him, and it wasn't even truth. Not that we agree with canceling for any reason, but you try to cancel this man with a lie. With a lie. Warning people with truth is one thing. Trying to use rhetoric to cancel someone, and it's not even true. Now, and the thing is, like, you know, unless you looked at it, unless you researched it, you wouldn't even know that it was a lie, or the depositions that went on in Dr. Cosby's situation, where after her taking the Benadryl, because that's what it was determined that it was, by a lab that she asked for because she wasn't feeling well.
Isn't that crazy?
That
Isn't that crazy?
so this man did this to you, but you called him 2 weeks later and met up with him again. That makes sense to who exactly?
I mean, look at Cuomo. Cuomo then had to step down from a whole
Yeah,
governor job because
yeah, but we let that happen.
the woman said he first of all,
To his credit, he fought for as long as he could. He really did.
but
But the pre-
even with the fighting for it, right? He did. But the problem that I have is you're saying that prior to a picture that you took, he slid his hand up underneath your shirt and it made you feel uncomfortable, but you stood there to take a picture. Let me say this.
but yet you took a picture with him. Yeah.
I
Up close. I mean, cheek to cheek.
Nakia has been molested before. Ain't no way in hell you're going to touch me in any kind of way and think that I'm going to sit up there and smile in a picture with you right after you have touched me inappropriately.
No way. No
Now,
way.
I was molested as
No
a
freaking way.
child, not a grown-ass adult, able to make sound decisions and able to slap the
Right.
hell out you.
Right.
I don't care what position you in. Child, adult.
Another one was upset because allegedly because he asked if she was single. What?
See, and that type of stuff makes normal interactions become impossible.
You can't speak to nobody, bro. You can't talk
No,
to
but real
nobody.
talk, in this level of hypersensitivity, you can't.
You can't even say
I
hi.
offended someone today. All jokes aside, I offended someone today. And I was just like, I'm not apologizing. I'm not. I'm not cowering to this overly sensitive society. That I'm not going to do. I'm not doing it. I don't care. I guess it's just going to be what it is. And that's where I was going to be because I'm not doing this. Right? No, because I'm not. I think it's utterly ridiculous. At the end of the day, everyone should be able to take certain levels of feedback and whatever the case may be. And if you can't take it, check yourself. What is wrong with your ability to receive information and you know the person's heart? Like the hell? And we get so much, anytime you work in corporate America, you get a lot of training. You get a lot of training on harassment. You get a lot of training on, inappropriate levels of conversation. You get so many trainings, and now we're being trained on how to be sensitive to a person with all this other extra stuff that's going on. At what point do we just work? At what point do we just be? At what point?
It's not about that. It's all everything that we call in training. They just change the word. They say it's training when it's actually programming.
Ain't nobody. I listen.
It's actually programming, and for the weak of mind, you'll accept the programming, and then you'll come out saying things. It's and you got all y'all here know. I've been saying for years now. We're in the midst of a social engineering.
We've been in the midst of social engineering. It's just gotten heightened now. Now it's super heightened. Wait, Nikita, you said sound like a true cat. Nikita, I am. She is me, and I don't care. You want to know what I want to cancel? Let me tell you what I want to cancel. Okay, because there's some things I want to cancel, right? I want to cancel MFers coming to your house and deforming your pillows on your couch because they just want to lay all over your couch and stuff and make your pillows deformed and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Making your pillows come out of shape. Let's cancel that level of people, okay? Let's cancel people that want to sit up here and come in your house, okay, and tell you to blow out your candles, okay? Let's cancel
cancel
that.
let's cancel rent. Let's cancel rent. How about that?
Will we cancel it?
Rent.
Can we cancel rent? Okay. Can we cancel the fact that we got to pay y'all all this money just to live comfortably? Because if I want cheap rent, I gotta go live where there's roaches and mice. Can we cancel that? Okay. There's some things that I feel need to be canceled. I want to cancel all y'all hyper. You know what? I want to cancel my neighbor's dog that keep barking every single time someone walk by. Okay. Let's put a muzzle on that MF and cancel it at the same time. There's some things that I want to cancel that I feel need to be canceled. Let us cancel. You know what?
I want to cancel lying.
Can we cancel deception and manipulation while we canceling lying at the same damn time? Okay.
I want to cancel it.
Oh, Donnie said he got a compliment on his muzzle. Yes, that's what I'm. You know what, Donnie? I should post a picture of. You know what? See, Donnie got the muzzle is off hoodie. Where y'all hoodies at? I'm just trying to sell y'all something. That hoodie was cute too. I like that hoodie.
Where y'all hoodies? I hear you. I understand.
I mean, and ladies, I got crop tops. Y'all see? She cropping. Okay. If my video
we're not wearing crop tops. No, thanks. I don't know. Dre might, but I know me and Jamal not wearing crop tops.
I'm not wearing nobody damn crop top.
No crop tops here.
My body is not crop top ready.
You know
I don't think
what?
it ever will be.
I don't ever want to see none of y'all in a crop top, and I'm just being honest.
Never. No, don't worry, you won't.
I promise you.
Nikita said, let's cancel dressing in Gucci and having roaches. Cancel that. LaShawn said, can we cancel white people controlling our black and brown school? LaShawn,
absolutely. I'm with it.
Let's cancel it. Let's cancel it. Okay? Because those are things that I feel need to be canceled. Okay, there are some things that should be canceled, like incorrect history being taught in elementary, junior high, and high school. Okay,
that's part of the
program. Cancel that. And you know what? And some of y'all church folks about to get mad too, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Let's cancel the incorrect history that y'all teach concerning Christianity to begin with. Let's cancel that, and let's start teaching truth.
They teach that
in the church.
I don't even hear these people. I don't even hear these niggas teaching. All I see them doing is jumping and shouting and running on and crying and snotting, having ciphers on stage.
Well, let's cancel that too. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel y'all ciphering on stage and stuff, and let's cancel all y'all that got a problem with people burning sage. Okay, cancel you too. Let's cancel all y'all that have a problem with people saying energy. Let's cancel you too, okay? Because I'm sick of y'all too. Let's cancel y'all that have a problem with people saying universe. I'm going to cancel you too because you're annoying.
No, the people who saying universe is annoying.
Please, shut up, Dre. The people...
How you going to call God something that he created?
Because he's all things. So therefore,
if
he is all things, and if he is
that's what the Bible says, Dre. That's what the Bible says.
Thank you. Thank you. Dre trying to don't challenge me on that word.
Without him, there is nothing.
Did he not say? Did he not say he is in all things and of all things?
Don't argue with him. Don't argue with him. Let him language himself out of a blessing. Let him keep languaging himself out of a blessing. I'm cool with it. Whatever you want to call it. God is all and in all. That is scripture. Whatever you want to call it.
Bible.
Yo.
Because the truth of the matter is there is not a word.
Nobody's going to sit there and say, I'm praying to the universe. That sounds stupid.
Yo, whatever you want to call it.
Some of y'all sound stupid acting like y'all praying
whatever
to God.
You want to call it.
God y'all praying to.
Whatever you want to call it.
See, yo, that's another topic for another time. This is why I'm canceling you and Jamel.
Nah, you can't cancel that crazy shit you just said.
Jamel,
Lord forgive me.
Too late.
It's the pastor for me.
Yeah, I am a pastor, but I am a man. I realize that the God that I serve isn't. He's not scared of words. He's not intimidated by words. He's not words that we make up. Please, please. I'm not, man. Please. And the truth of the matter is, my cousin. Let me not go there, my cousin. I love you.
You know I cut somebody out in a minute while I'm beating them down. But I'm paper Bible saved.
I'm not canceling you whether you call it God, the universe, whatever. You know why? Because that's your expression, and that is all of it. That is the issue. I'm talking about in terms of cancel culture. That is the issue with cancel culture. We're trying to program everybody to think, feel, and do what we do or what we feel is right.
Right.
Unless you are, if the thing is ambiguous, if it's not an absolute, let people have it, whatever it is. It's not an absolute.
So I'm gonna say it. I don't care.
Kia, I realize
this superiority complex.
I realize I have to start putting disclaimers on. Because your people be taking me serious when I be saying this stuff. So I think
y'all don't listen to Dre. None of y'all listen to Dre. Okay.
And
what happened?
I just want the people to know I'm just joking. I'm just playing. I'm the other three are very serious. So I'm the comedic one. They need me. They need me on here.
The other three
is the serious ones.
So what are you, Ashy Larry?
No, I'm not.
Who are Donnell Rollins?
I'm trying to think. I can't. I don't want to be Charlemagne because he's soft, so I can't be him. Dang, I don't know who I would be. I guess I'm just me.
Said, let's cancel these men who want us to be a dime when they're a two.
Wearing boxers and ain't wearing boxer briefs. I'm with you, sis. We canceling.
What?
I'm canceling every man that wears boxers.
Man.
What if they Reebok though?
So somebody still wear boxers?
See what I'm saying? Cancel them. Smell you from here, sir. You're canceled.
Wait, you're not supposed to wear boxers?
Where your boxer briefs at?
You better wear boxers sometimes if you have a low sperm count. See,
well, I need that. I need that.
Your boxer briefs ain't gotta be tight.
First of all, boxer briefs are roomy. I don't know what y'all talking about. I mean,
Right,
they should, but don't be baggy.
Boxer briefs.
What do you mean?
You wearing baggy boxer
what
briefs?
What boxer briefs do a man
get
wear?
The right ones that pay extra money and get the right ones that allow the balls to breathe.
Y'all bugging. If I'm wearing boxer briefs, I'm wearing boxer briefs so my joint ain't showing all through my sweatpants.
Exactly.
I say
breathable ones.
Yeah, all right.
I say we cancel regular socks.
Yeah, cancel them white socks.
Yeah, I'm for that.
The black ones too.
Let's cancel regular socks. Absolutely.
Cancel regular socks. I'm with you on that.
I'm for that. Y'all know I love socks. Dre already know. I'm always with the socks. Always there.
We gotta cancel
wearing the
regular socks
though.
We cancel regular socks.
Nah, me and Dwayne wear the fancy socks. I would just be having designs and stuff.
Literally, the only time I'm wearing regular socks is if I gotta be in like choir dress or something. Because
I don't even wear regular socks then. I just make sure my pants is long enough so
you better not wear no regular sock with a choir dress. Oh.
First of all, I haven't worn a choir dress. Ask Dwayne how I showed up to his installation, his consecration.
We're not even gonna talk about that.
Ask him how I showed up to Courtney Bradley's consecration 2 weeks ago.
We're not even having this discussion.
What you wore, Dre?
For Dwayne's joint, I think I wore my God is Dope hoodie. For Courtney's joint,
to my consecration.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
For Courtney Bradley's joint, I wore a hoodie that Dwayne's sister made for me.
That's right. I ain't mad at it, Dre. We got to be free. You know what? We canceling. First of all, y'all already know. If anybody paid attention last year, I sold all that stuff. Right,
Customs.
I sold it.
For my ordination, all I wore was a collarless shirt and some black slack.
Oh yeah. We the kids getting ready to get the vindicated hoodie.
Yup, because I'm vindicated. I don't give a damn what y'all. You know what? See, I done started the cussing. I don't care what
No. You cuss first, and then you made my cousin cuss. That spirit is running rampant over here.
No, Dre, we still good. That spirit is on the left side of the screen.
So on them, we good, Dwayne. I don't know about these other two over here. It's the light skin. It's the light skin one.
It's the light skin.
Who is light skin?
You and
All right,
Jamel?
I'm not having this. I'm not having this conversation with you,
You know
Kia,
what?
because
We're gonna cancel y'all little color blindness that y'all got going on. That's what we about to cancel.
Kia,
Cancel your
Kia,
eyes so that they can
Kia.
see
Okay,
better.
okay. Jamel is
Okay.
brown. Kia, you light skin, baby.
Y'all don't see this. No, it's okay. It's okay. We're not going there.
I didn't say you don't have
It's okay.
a
No,
brown
no, no, no.
hue or
No.
tone, but you light skin.
Did you say a hue?
A hue, a hue. It's a brown hue.
who's a Hugh?
What? Wait, no. What are you talking about? No.
See, this is where we go left. When we supposed to stay right in the middle.
Right.
And
Let's
then
stay on task.
Then we hit
No,
over
I just wanted.
there.
No, wait.
I heard somebody say you're a Hugh. I don't know who Hugh is.
No, I didn't say.
I don't know who the hell a
No.
hue is either,
Nobody
Dre. I'm
said.
with you because I ain't a hue.
I said
Nah.
I
Hugh,
said that Kia
Hugh
has a
is
brown
it's a color. It's a
hue.
color.
It's a shade. Okay, LaShawn says let's cancel screenshots.
Nah,
No,
I got
let's not do
screenshots,
that.
LaShawn. We ain't canceling
Let's
screenshots.
not do that.
Now,
I screenshots.
I'm sorry, we
No,
can't
don't
go with
cancel
that one,
screenshots.
LaShawn.
Just
We're
make sure
keeping
you say whatever you gotta
screenshots.
say over the phone. Just
We're
don't text.
keeping
Y'all lie too
screenshots.
much.
I got screenshots.
Y'all
We
lie
are
too much.
not
You can't put
look.
screenshot.
We are not
Tamara.
canceling receipts. Okay, I
not,
got
not the
proof.
receptacles. Not the receptacles.
If I need to go to court, I got to
Tamara
back it
said,
up.
let's cancel church collections.
Tamara, we're gonna cancel the collection plate, please, y'all. Plate, as Whitley would say, plate. Place and thank
First
you.
I don't
of
know
all,
about that either.
now, Tamara, there are 3 passes on here. We cannot
I don't know.
cancel.
I don't know about that
First of all,
either.
technically there's 4. I just don't claim that shit. Go ahead.
Well, we want to cancel.
Well, until you come to my church.
Oh God. Maybe she doesn't want to excel.
Nope, I'm not even going to tell you I'm not even going to tell you what she told me. What she texted. Wait, I don't know if she texted to me or if she called me and we had this conversation. But
Well, see, you need the receptacles. See, this is why you got to keep them screenshots.
First of all,
but she's excelling on Friday, and I already know once she get that Brooklyn experience, it's going to be over. We're going to see her every Friday.
what?
And she said she won VIP seating. She said she won
First
VIP.
of all, she did not say clear that up, Dre.
She said VIP preferably.
Wow, Kia, VIP.
Let me tell you. First
And
of all,
she said make sure you got your prayer warriors ready, because if not, I'm ready to pray.
well, now that I do very well. Second of all, let me give you my first.
Just go old school and just toss it away.
First of all, I am a very important
Who
person.
is at the train station? What's going on?
Jamel.
But wait, when you said it, you see where he put
Jamel. He the only one. Look, he the only one. Ain't nobody else at a train station.
Hey, we don't know where Dre at. His screen is off.
Mind your own business, Jimmy. Mind your own business, Jimmy.
Yeah, you on a different type of train.
But Tamara, we can't cancel the church collection, but we can cancel preachers who lie about what they collected for. Let's cancel that.
You know what? I'm gonna cancel a whole lot. Okay. I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna cancel all them collections going around 2 and 3 times for all these different benevolent funds
that's what I'm saying.
That never get no benevolence. Okay.
Well, I have a benevolent fund because I need people to sow into my building. Oh, it got quiet when I said that.
I was already taking a sip, so that don't even count.
I don't have my own building like my other 2 counterparts over here.
I ain't got no building.
What happened to Saratoga?
Rafa.
That's not his building.
Rafa is now a community center.
Oh wow.
No, I mean we still let me explain what I'm saying. It's
right,
still
because
ours.
you know that's how rumors get started.
But
so yeah, you're gonna have to clarify that.
Yeah, we've definitely changed the mission of Rafa and what it is.
Rafa is for the community, okay? Now. But Dre, we ain't talking about your building fund. We talking about the others that been having to build a fund and still ain't got no
But
building.
listen, if you're honest and get up and say, "Hey, we trying to raise some money to get our own space," we can give to that. We can't give to the folks that's lying about it and going to buy Mercedes with it. We canceling
Well,
them jokers.
well,
Those are the jokers we want to cancel.
for me,
Well,
I realize.
since we're on that,
Go on.
go ahead, bro. No,
Speak
go
your
ahead, bro.
heart.
I'm just gonna say,
Yo,
since
did
we're
you
on that, while we're at,
did y'all
let's
did y'all
cancel the
see
tithing lie.
did you see what Nikita said?
Yeah, because we gonna cancel them too.
What did Keita say?
We gonna
Let's
cancel
cancel
them.
the men being on the DL. I'm
Cancel
over
that.
it.
I need people to live
Let's
out
cancel
loud.
that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's cancel that. I have a listen. You can be whoever, whatever you want to be, gay, straight, trans, bi, poly. That's your business. Don't go ruin somebody else's life. And I'm talking to the churchmen now. Don't go ruin some woman's life because you like pain and you like to get it in your breadbasket, but you want to have a cover up because you're trying to keep your position. Don't do.
Dwayne,
We canceling that garbage.
Dwayne,
Wait, first of
Dwayne,
all,
Dwayne,
wait.
wait, wait,
I
wait, wait,
like the
wait, 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 wait,
breadsticks
Wait, wait,
wait,
go
from
wait.
ahead,
Olive
bro.
Garden.
We can't cancel that until the women decide to cancel it.
That
These women love a gay man for a husband in the church.
oh,
So
oh,
let's
oh,
that's all I'm saying.
oh.
Now, Kia, if you know I'm not talking about you,
I know
and
you ain't
I'm
talking about me because I ain't know
but
the nigga was gay. Huh.
I
I was about to
He
say,
is
Kia,
not
you got a
know
gay
hypersensitive.
husband?
He is
I
not
know too
hypersensitive.
many of these women in church who love a gay man and are in love with a gay man, and then when that gay man doesn't show him or show her the type of love that she was expecting, then it becomes something else. You knew he was gay. You didn't. It wasn't a red flag. It was a red ocean. It's like you knew he was gay.
It's the Red Sea.
Like, right, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just like let's. That's why I said let's cancel lying, because most of them they know what they're doing.
Yep.
They get involved with these dudes over position and status and money, and they end up messed up because homeboy like, yo, I care for you, but I like men. So here it's like, yo, man, the psychology of Jesus help.
Well, we're gonna cancel all of that. We're gonna cancel the download. We're gonna cancel the women that keep trying to marry them because y'all out there. Because anytime
Not trying
you
to.
can
They
see,
marrying them.
they are marrying them. Because anytime you see your husband on Facebook with a tankini on and you acting like that's normal, something's wrong.
All right, this is where
Well, wait, we have to win. Okay, well, good night, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us.
You know,
We're gonna end the show right there. Just end it right there.
this is where I exit. This is where I
Cancel
exit.
that.
My launch is
Oh, my
coming
God.
Friday. I can't have no parts in this.
Bye, Dre.
Tankini.
Praise God. Praise His name.
Okay.
I
All right,
said
All
it.
I
I
know.
don't care. It was on there.
You said it. You just said it.
When it's in the public, it's for public consumption and public can talk about it. It was there. It was on there, and the caption said, "Y'all wish y'all could do it." Like
Jesus, help, Lord.
Oh, and by the way, Nikita said, "Kid, girl, you are light skinned and a red bone." So just
ain't
take
nobody
it.
asked you to go up above. That was
just take it.
you don't
accept
went
it.
up above.
Accept it.
We
Right, she
over
called
here.
you a red bone. A whole red bone.
we over here. She said, "Not the breadbasket." You want to go like 2 comments up? Like we was already past that. I thought, you know what? Seeing you had to go back.
I knew you was trying to gloss over it. So I had to make sure
I was.
I know. So I wanted to make sure we touched upon it because
I glossed.
You glossed. You glossed. Well, we wiped the gloss off. we wiped it off. But Yeah, what else can we cancel while we're at it?
You know what? I'm gonna cancel.
Let's cancel 6-hour ordination services.
No, because that's what you be a part of. Don't cancel what you a part of.
Cancel that
Ooh,
garbage.
shots fired!
Wow.
Shots
Wow.
fired!
Wow.
You can shoot all the shots that you want. I be in the services talking about this garbage is too long.
And you
This
still
is
there. Like I said, let me tell y'all something. The key is walking out. You can't walk
I cut
out though,
out of people's
because
services.
you can't walk out. It's not. That's not.
I cut out of the ordination I was at last week. Well, the consecration I was in last week. I cut out of that. I'm like, okay, this is too long. I gotta go. I
got
cut
to go.
out.
I ain't got that type of time. I set a time. I have a set time. When you take me beyond my set time, Nakia is going to leave. Period. I don't have time for all of that. You know what? And it's so crazy because there literally was a time where I probably, there was only one day out of the week I did not spend in church. And if my sister's watching, she can definitely attest to that. There was literally just one day, which was Mondays. Mondays was a day off. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
No.
Saturday,
That's
Sunday.
too much church.
And yeah, that's not happening. Like I told
God
somebody,
ain't even at church that much.
Listen here. Let me say this. I told somebody the other day, I said, you know, I was talking to my friend and I told her, I said, you know, I like my freedom. I said, and it's not to say I don't believe in God, but I like my freedom. I choose when I go. I choose when I don't go, but I'm forever living in his presence. If he's omnipresent, I'm forever living in his presence. So therefore, there's never a moment in time where I'm away from him. So I don't ascribe to that. I need to be in church 6 days a week anymore. And I'm for damn sure not doing nobody's ordination services and none of that, you know, or I will support. But like I said before, I done sold all them good robes and beanie hat things and all of that stuff is out my house because I didn't need it. There's no need for it. Y'all like to run around here looking like Roman soldiers. That's perfectly fine. I just don't understand a group of people that love to talk about the Catholic Church but want to run around looking like them. I just don't get it. It's just me. Wow. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to cancel the fact that y'all love to talk about the Catholic Church but want to look like them. I don't understand it, but that's okay. It's not for me to understand. Y'all call that y'all ecclesiastical attire. Perfectly fine. All of that is perfectly well and good. But give me a good hoodie and some jeans and I'm real good. Give me a nice dress. I'm real good. Let my heart be right. That's what I'm talking about. Let my heart be right. Everybody want to look apart, but their heart is way far from it. And you know what? You know what else I'm going to cancel? Let me say this because I ain't say it on 9/29, but I'm going to say it tonight because I'm going to cancel all y'all real quick. Every single last one of y'all that sit up here and act like y'all want to invite us good controversial people to y'all little platforms, and then y'all just renege and you think that it's okay just by not responding, not getting back to a person, and then acting like it was some type of miscommunication. Nope, you're canceled. Thanks. Canceling all y'all. And you know what else I'm going to cancel? Because I ain't say it on 9/29, but I'm going to say it today. All y'all that keep coming in my inbox letting me know that y'all dealing with Fatty, I'm canceling y'all too. Stop inboxing me. Y'all already know the truth. Okay, y'all go ahead.
I'm just trying to understand why are people still talking about this years later? But okay.
Yo, let me tell you something. Real talk. This is why I said they got to be canceled, right? I promise you, and not that I don't love sharing of the good news, right? Because it's truth. So it's good news, right? However, you still allowing this man to live in your house, whether or not you really accepting of the truth. Why are you messaging me to talk to me? You know, leave me out your confusion because I done shed the whole light. So you want to be in the dark? Stay there. But don't message me because you're dealing with that man. And he married or not married or sometimes married, partially married, individually married. Stop inboxing me because I done got that crap annulled. You're canceled too. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, we thank God for this
right,
venting
right,
session.
right.
Mhm.
That
I
came
had to get
out.
that off my chest.
That
The
came
only,
that came from your stomach. That wasn't even on the chest. That came. That was
I
there's
funny.
only
had
two.
to get that
There's
off.
only two things I want to cancel, and of course, lying was number one, and
Right.
number two, the second thing I want to cancel is judgmental people. Other than that, y'all do what y'all want. Y'all have fun. Have at it. Now, I'm sorry I gotta leave early, guys. I was called away to do some work business, and I couldn't refuse the call because the work business is coming from my uncle. So I love y'all.
Listen,
After he done
get your
sat
money.
here and ate dinner with us, you know what I'm saying? He done broke bread with us and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know what, Jamel? Now you're being canceled for leaving early.
you can't
That's it.
cancel. You can't cancel somebody this big and wonderful. It's impossible. It's just impossible.
That's right, bro. Let her know. You can't.
You
You're
understand?
uncancelable.
Uncancelable. There's
You
so
know
much love
what?
here. You can't
You,
cancel love.
you know
You
what?
can't cancel love.
We
This is
about to
all
have
love.
that shirt on sale
We
that
are a
says
family,
uncancelable.
like
Y'all
a
can't cancel
giant tree. You
not
know what?
near
Let me.
nothing
Excuse me.
that
I'm
comes on
texting
this
my
good
sister that now.
platform. Huh?
Uncancelable. I'm
We
texting
nah
it
we
to Ace
no,
Customs
I
now.
ain't tell you to text it to your sister. I'm about to put
I,
it up on
I,
our site. Ain't nobody tell you to text
no,
it to your sister.
listen,
You know what,
listen.
Dwayne? Your ass about to be canceled now.
You
He
can't
over
Well,
there.
there
cancel
you
me.
You
go.
know what I'm
Stop.
You
saying?
can't cancel me. You
Let's
can't.
just.
You can't. Jamel's leaving. All right, kid. I'm gonna let you have it.
You
I'm
know
gonna let you
what?
have it.
You
It's
know
your
what?
show.
It's
You got
okay.
it.
You know what? Because it
You
this.
got it. You got
You
it.
know what? You
You
know
got
what?
it. You got it because you're supporting the whole vindicated movement. So you got it.
I mean, I am a supporter
I know you
of
are. You are.
all,
You absolutely are.
especially us. That's the one. And let me say this, and
Absolutely.
that's what we need to stop canceling. We need to
Right.
stop canceling how we support each other. Okay. That is a major problem with us. Like Dre is launching out on Friday. That's his service. I messaged Dre. I said I had something else to do, but I'm gonna come and support you.
She sure did. I got the screenshots for that. She sure did.
You know what?
Oh,
Thank you,
just in
Dre.
case somebody thought you was lying, I'll be like, nah, she
Listen,
definitely did.
if there's one thing people know about me, they know Nikki ain't a liar. But
You sure
now,
did. And that's when you ask for your VIP seat.
so you gonna lie about that though?
Back on the
Cause
VIP seat.
he gonna lie about that. Although I am a very important person, so I do
Uh,
feel due
Kia,
to who I am, huh?
tell him how you was, tell Dwayne how you said you come into my service.
Oh, I saw him. I was like, oh, I got one last church skirt just for your service. Look, you heard me. I said I got one last one, and after that,
One
that thing
last one.
getting tossed too. One last one. That's it.
We don't dress like that in excelling.
I don't dress like that at the Good All Nations. I was like,
Nope.
you know what?
Nope.
For
Kia,
Dre,
you come like that. Security is gonna tell you can't come in here.
don't do
We
me.
have
Okay.
we have
Not
a strict
security.
dress code.
Don't
Dress
do
down
me.
only.
Don't do me, Dre. I wear what I want to wear. And that's what I told him. I said, what you're not gonna do is tell me what to wear. I ain't
That's
say it
what
just
she
like that,
said.
but I said it in the roundabout those words. That's what I said. You gonna tell me what I wear what I want to wear. Whichever way I feel moved is what I'm gonna wear. I got clothes, okay?
Y'all pray for her.
Well, you go on and wear your clothes.
I'm gonna wear them. Watch.
Go on and wear them.
There will be a picture posted somewhere.
I'm sure there will be.
Shut up. You know what?
I
I'm
can't.
just, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Y'all be
So,
trying to come for me, but that's all
any,
right. I don't mind it.
anything else we need to deal with tonight with cancel culture? I think we
I
done
think
talked
that
about it.
we said it all, and I think that
We
we
said
need
it
to
all.
cancel culture as a
Yes, well,
whole.
but hashtag
But we need
CCC cancel
hashtag
culture.
CCC, and we need to keep up with real culture. Let's
Right.
keep real culture around,
Keep real culture
right?
alive.
Real culture is when we are spreading the real truth, the real facts, the real thing. Cancel culture is truly based on opinion, is based on fear, it's based on misunderstanding, it's based on
Absolutely.
miscommunication, and it is not based on anything that is actual and factual. It is just based on I don't agree with you. and therefore I want everybody to hate you. So it is based on a true, honestly, high school mentality. Supposedly, I just saw something. My friend, she texted to me. The Shade Room posted it where I guess some Netflix people are supposed to be doing a walkout on October 20th to protest Dave Chappelle. I feel that we all need to support Dave Chappelle.
And do
We
a
need to
walk in.
support him.
And do a walk in and Netflix, you can give me their jobs.
Right. Okay. Because if they want to walk out for something that's not even it's not even walkout worthy, truth be told, then some people need to stand up. And I think that it's now our time to stand up. Netflix stood up and we're like, we're not pulling, and we're going to suspend these 3. So now it's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to stand up against this cancel culture, because
First of
cancel
all, they
culture.
paid that man $20 million. They're not pulling something that they put so much of an investment in.
Well, and when you think of every stream that has received, right?
Right,
Why are we canceling it? At the end of the day, truth be told, controversy breeds money. And
Absolutely.
anything that is controversial breeds a whole lot of money. So there is definitely money to be made out of this controversy. But I also believe that there is a true lesson to be learned about cancel culture through this controversy. And it's the fact that it can go too far. And we've allowed it to go too far. We've
I say to
allowed
Netflix, get your money. Get your money,
Yeah.
Netflix. Because thank you for standing up to cancel culture for a change. Because everybody else in every other place is always in recent history is now bowed to cancel culture. Thank you, Netflix, for standing up to it.
And let's say this, because we're not going to say, I'm not going to sit up here and act like Netflix has always been in the right, because I didn't like how they did Monique. That's my girl. That's my sister. And I love her. I did not agree with what they did to Monique whatsoever. You understand what I'm saying? So there are certain things we align with, right? In this instance, they stand in right. So we need to, and I'm not saying stand with Netflix. Like I said, they are a machine in and out of its own self. I want us to stand with Dave Chappelle, someone whom has taken a stance against this machine because he refused to sell himself for money. I'm standing with Dave Chappelle. I don't care about Netflix and they 3 people that they suspended. I'm standing with Dave Chappelle, because at the end of the day, he took a stance for us when no one was standing for us. People were selling their soul for all types of money. Dave said,
$50 million.
y'all not going to control me. Y'all not going to control my story. Y'all not going to control my narrative. Y'all not going to control my content. No, I'm walking away. Y'all can't have that. And I can only respect that. I'm standing with Dave Chappelle. And I believe that when these people walk out on October 20th, we need to stand in for Dave Chappelle. Because ain't no way in hell y'all going to cancel Dave Chappelle. It ain't happening. Point blank. We have allowed you to cancel so many people, so many of ours. Now it's time for us to stand up and say, you ain't doing this no more. We need to take a stand.
He didn't say anything wrong, and that's the thing that killed me.
The thing about it is that he didn't say anything wrong, but because his content is very offensive, right? So if I listen to it with an offensive ear, I'm going to hear the offense. But we just listening to it and we saying, okay, special 1, special 2, special 3, the closer. I get what he's saying now, right? Now, if I listen to 1 and 2, I might not quite get it. But when he did the close, it all began to make sense. And now that it all began to make sense, what do I make sense of what makes sense? This is all right. I ain't mad at this. I ain't mad at none of it. I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there are certain people that really and truly deserve to be canceled. True story. I believe R. Kelly should have been canceled a long time ago when we first heard of what he was doing to these little girls. Why? Because that was actually rape, right? That was actually rape.
Actual rape, right?
Factual rape. It was. But why did we wait 20 years to then cancel him? Why? See, that's where I have a problem with. I have a problem with the waiting period of the cancel culture, right? I want to cancel you because it's something that you said 10 years ago. No, I'm not canceling you over something that you said 10 years ago because you got 10 years of growth since then. Why am I canceling you from 10 years ago? That's my issue with cancel culture. Cancel culture does not care about anything outside of itself. No, cancel culture. That's where we at. That's what this platform is saying. It's saying cancel culture. Because I don't believe that there's anything wrong with speaking truth to power, but I do believe that there is something wrong when you're using a large machine like cancel culture to literally strip people of their identity. I'm not stripping nobody of nothing. That's where we at. Cancel culture, because it is attempting to strip people of their identity. I'm so, you know what, Dre,
Let's lift those hands.
Did you hear the voice you just put on?
Save it for Friday. Say that voice for Friday. Save that voice for Friday.
You know what? You know what, Dre? Just rest it.
Save it. Save you got your stage set up. You got your lights ready. Everything.
I got everything. My praise team. My God is so good.
Dre, goodbye. You know what? And with that, we're gonna say
you see what I'm saying?
God is still good.
I'm sorry. Time. You want me to say I'm sorry. The brick wall is so good. The universe, the graffiti,
a brick
wall, the train.
He was this close to getting.
He's about to give it to him again.
Yeah, he was this close.
The skirts, the outfits, the stars, the moon. So good.
Shut up.
I cannot.
Don't do my people that you know that believe the universe is good. Don't do that.
So good.
The universe is good. And the universe returns what you give out to it.
We praise the sneakers. We praise
what?
Because you know Dre is stupid.
What?
We praise the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears.
What we praise?
Britney Spears and the Backstreet Boys.
We praise the trees and the moon.
Listen here, them trees help y'all to breathe. Y'all better praise them. That's what they here for. Oxygen.
We praise the fire.
Well, no, the fire of God that burns up all impurities. Yeah, we can praise that too.
No, Dre, you can't do that because you like Hillsong stuff, and you know that's what they sing about the birds and the trees and stuff and all that.
When I
the ocean and all of that,
oceans and all of that.
When I first heard,
where my trust
when I first heard, oh how he loves us. And she said, "Heaven meets earth like a sloppy wet kiss."
That's one of my favorite songs, though.
What?
But that is the lyric.
I said, "What?"
I like Hillsong. I don't care, especially my good Ocean song. I don't care what y'all say.
I said,
"How He Loves" is one of the greatest songs ever written, as far as I'm concerned. You can't.
Hands down.
Spirit, lead me to where my trust is without borders. You hear me?
Hello.
That's
Oceans.
A prayer.
That's
Oceans that's a straight prayer right there. Spirit,
all day.
My trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters.
Yes.
Wherever you have called me.
Wherever you have called.
That's a prayer.
Okay.
But
that's
yeah, we're singing about oceans.
No, that's not a prayer.
A
prayer is now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
That is not.
That is.
And remember, Drew Hill turned that into a prayer.
Into 5 steps. Yes.
Into 5.
Well, here's a piece of trivia on that. The co-writer of that song is, those of us in New York, well-known gospel musician by the name of Stanley Brown. So now
Stanley Brown, yes, yep. Stanley Brown. So he's the one that probably put that prayer in there.
Put that in there, right?
I think it was Stanley Brown said, "You know what? I think a prayer belongs in there." The Lord's Prayer, though. Let's say the prayer they taught us as a kid.
And 3 wishes.
Here, Cisco, sing this.
And 3
right.
wishes.
Cisco, sing now. I'll lay me down to sleep.
Why you said 3 wishes and put up 4 fingers, bruh, man?
I was up here with the 3 jerk. I did the 4 steps. Then I did the 3. You ain't see that because my camera acting crazy.
Oh, too bad. Fix the camera.
I don't know what the heck is going on. You know what? Life is just a little difficult right now.
This was an amazing show.
You know what, Dre?
I'm gonna be honest, Lakia. All your shows with me are amazing. When I'm not on your show, it's not as interesting. Like I'll watch, and I'd be like, why she didn't have me on this one? It would have been a
First
lot
of all,
better.
929 was fantastic. Her guest host was absolutely phenomenal.
First of
Dre
all,
should have came on 929, but he wanted to be incognito.
no, you didn't invite me. I watched it.
Oh, my bad.
You didn't invite me. I said,
Well,
I
929 was
you
said,
want to
amazing.
know why I didn't invite you? Because see, you only saw us together one good time. That was at that was at Bruce Emery when he was getting to the overseer. Mm-hmm. Remember that show? Remember that show? See, I called it a show. Remember
And it's
that?
funny. I was supposed to be at that service, and I was
That
like,
was actually, and you know what's
I don't
crazy?
feel like it,
That was the
and I
first
didn't
time that I
go.
met Dre in person. Because
yes,
Believe me.
yeah,
that was the first time I was like, oh, you was like, hey, I was like, what?
yes. That is the
In that
first time we
hot
met in
church because
person.
I was hot and there
All
was
right,
no
don't talk about my
AC.
bishop. All right,
Yeah.
that's my
Oh no,
bishop,
because I
McKinley
remember because
Green.
I was sweating.
They were
Okay.
sweating. Yeah, I was
And
doing that for years.
that fan was not blowing hard enough. I was like,
No,
where is the air conditioner? Y'all
yep.
got me in Brooklyn
Mm-mm,
hot.
you go
Well,
over to
well,
to
not
to
at the Brooklyn campus. We got AC at the churches I'm using. Um, till God give us a building. But when
And
God
we
give us a
bless them
building,
because y'all
we're
had
not gonna
me.
have no AC
I
I
never
just don't
because I
forget
believe in
gotta
that
it.
pay
I,
for
one.
I
this.
don't believe it. Jared tell you no building I've ever been in didn't have AC. I just don't believe in it. I don't.
First of all, Dwayne,
People got to be comfortable.
I think Dwayne has I think he be blackmailing these realtors. I've never seen Dwayne with a bad building.
Dwayne just might be picky.
I've never seen Dwayne with a bad building.
I mean, you got to take
I mean,
care
the
of.
building in Brownsville was my favorite, but
That was my
I'm
favorite too, and that's it. I'm still mad about that situation, but
yeah, I
it is
never
what it
seen
is.
Dwayne with a bad building though.
That building
So
I had in Brownsville was
hopefully when I have
perfect.
the money and I'm ready, I could go to him and be like, "All right, bro, I'm ready for my building."
All I know is that one service I was
Okay, I
hot.
gotta go because my phone is about to die. I love y'all, and it's gonna die.
Listen, we ending it anyway. Drake always got a faulty battery. I'm gonna need him and his iPhones to work well together. Hello,
Right?
they
He's
don't work
making us
well.
iPhone users look
Yeah,
bad, and it's very bad. It's not
and
no good at all.
and this is why I got the best of both worlds. Y'all sit iPhone people. Y'all need the best of both worlds. Y'all need a stronger battery, Android, and y'all need whatever it is that y'all get out these iPhones. FaceTime. That's it.
I don't have no issues. I've never had an issue with any iPhone I've ever had. I don't know why these people be having these issues with their phone. Maybe they're getting bad batches, but I've never had a problem with any iPhone
I
I've ever
don't know.
had.
Dre or his battery always dying. I guess because he be on his phone a lot,
That might be
Jonesing.
the problem. You lay off the
Hmm.
jack. That might
I
be it.
mean, it could be. But listen, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Um, we will more than likely bring back cancel culture because I just feel that some more people about to be canceled, and we just gonna talk about everybody that's gonna be canceled. Point blank. Period.
Let's
Um,
do it.
and because there's a lot of cancellations that's about to take place in this society, and we're just not done. This culture is here. Yes, we would like to cancel culture, but in the meantime, in between time, it's here, and it honestly is here to stay until we all start really voicing our opinion about how we feel when they start going in and canceling people. So, like I said, they want to walk out October 20th. Stand up for Dave Chappelle. Period.
Standing with you, Dave. We got your back, bro.
This man stood with us through it all. Okay. So let us all rise to the occasion and stand with Dave Chappelle. Period. Okay. Let's support him wholeheartedly. Okay. Because and let me say, and this is the thing that really gets to me about cancel culture, right? Because I promise you, in one of my darkest moments, right, in walking through everything that I have walked through as far as healing within the last 3 going on 4 years, one of the things that brought me so much joy was when I would literally watch Wildin' Out. I would crack up. And in that instance and in that moment, everything that I was feeling would be gone. And especially during the pandemic, when the pandemic hit and I was by myself and I would be alone and I would be within my own thoughts and just trying to sort through a whole lot of different things. And there was nobody that I really could talk to. Because like I put up a post about it the other day, and I was like, there are some times where people really can't pick you up. They can't understand what you're going through. And, you could try and voice like, I'm not good today, and you'll get met with silence. And in those moments where I was met with silence, or in those moments where I was met with misunderstanding, and in those moments where I just felt like, you know what, I got to handle this, I would literally go on YouTube and watch Wildin' Out videos and crack up. And that laughter would literally break whatever it was that I was feeling at that moment, right? And then Wildin' Out got canceled. All because people didn't agree with something that Nick Cannon said. Canceled. And for me, I said, that's my help. Because at the end of the day, I get it. You need to pray. Okay, that sounds great. Thanks for that. Oh, you can call so-and-so. Okay, thanks for that. But what I needed was laughter. I needed joy. I needed peace. I needed solace. And in those moments, I found that watching Wildin' Out, straight laughing. I needed the laughter that literally would erupt from my belly, because I was literally in a place where I could not find anything that would make me happy. Watching that video would canceled. And in that instance, I said, what the hell am I going to do when I need to laugh? Because I don't watch all these old shows. I don't watch all these old videos. I don't watch all of them. Now, yeah, I could go back and replay them, but what I'm going to do when I need to really laugh? And that's the thing that I'm saying. We need to be very careful of when we are canceling people. How do they help someone else? And like I said, there is a difference between right and wrong. But when you're just canceling a person because you just don't agree with what they say, who are you to have that level of power over someone else's thought? That's what I have a problem with. It's the thought. It's that group think. And I think that in and out of itself needs to be canceled. Everybody is an individual. Everybody is able to think for themselves, whether we agree with it or not. My job is not to agree with everything that you say. I can come to a level of understanding personal. But we all have a personal responsibility in that. We got to stand up. That's where I'm leaving us off with. We got to stand up. We got to take a stand for what's right. And all this cancellation that's going on, it ain't right. That's that. That's where we at, because it ain't right. So with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to the Muzzle podcast, where I am your host, Nikia Monet. I want to thank all of my guests that came on tonight. Dwayne, love you. You already know it. Dre, Jamel, love y'all. Thank y'all for always just filling in and just always being there when I was like, y'all want to talk about this? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that I sent out the invitation to, but y'all could not join. Listen, it is what it is. There's always next week and the week after and the week after that. All right. Until then, y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease. Listen, grease your scalps, okay? We don't need we don't need dry scalps around here in this season. That's how your edges fall out. Ask me, because I know. All right. So we don't want everybody running around here with strudges. We're gonna cancel strudges in the name of Jesus. Okay. No more strudges. Okay. Cancel strudges. If y'all don't know what that is, it's called struggle edges. You know, the edges that just don't quite want to come in. That's what I'm battling with right now. I swear one of y'all put a hex on my edges. That's all right. It's about to be broken. Okay. I'm telling you. All right. In the meantime, in between time, until next week. Thank you.